Hi guys, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Melissa and we are going to be talking about one of my oldest bags in my collection. Now I go like this and do quotations because this isn't actually my oldest bag. It is slightly over a year old, almost a year old. I think I got it in December of 2024, I want to say. So almost a year old. However, this was one of my first ever luxury purchases in a different color. So not this exact one, a different one, but this exact bag, but a different color. I kind of got over that color. I kind of was bored of it. It was actually very similar to my lip color. It was called, what's it called? Opium Red. It was stunning and I loved it for several years. However, when I got rid of that bag, because I did a handbag trade, it was so much fun. Another handbag lover and I traded bags. When I traded that bag, I had every intention of repurchasing it, but in the vintage Blanc color. So I have a lot of experience with the YSL College Bag. So today I wanted to share with you guys the pros, the cons, the in and outs, the way that I like to style this bag. And I don't have any wear and tear on this specific bag. However, my old one did have some wear and tear. So let's go ahead and talk about that first. I take really good care of my bags, especially the bags that I absolutely love. And the YSL Medium College Bag is one of those bags that, in my personal opinion, are top notch. I absolutely love this bag. I never checked to see if my mic is working. I can't see it. Yes, it's on. Anyhow, scatterbrain going on here. So the original Opium Red one that I had, even though I took really good care of it, did have some wear. So the main portion that it had wear was actually on the inside of the leather on the pocket. And that was from me slipping my phone in and out. So I didn't have any wear at all on the exterior side of the pocket. It was just on the little leather tab on the inside here. So for me, that wasn't bothersome. I only saw that because I was looking and searching for wear and tear on the bag when I did the trade with my friend. And so that is the only wear and tear that I had on mine. However, I have seen so many college bags on the pre-loved market where this little tip is folded up or the leather's worn off. I wanted to share with you guys how I opened this bag because that didn't happen to my old one and it hasn't happened to this one. So what I do is I just slip my 2 fingers underneath and break the magnet, just like so. And that keeps it from getting any wear on the tip. If you are to pull on this, that's what causes the wear and tear on the tip. So that is what I do. You don't have to do that, but because I've seen so many bags where they're damaged on the tip here, I don't want that to happen to my bag, and so that is how I open mine. Another place that I often see wear and tear on this bag is the corners. Now, I believe that this is a Napa leather. Or is it lambskin? You guys, I will pop it up on the screen. I will do some research and let you guys know. But it is a drier leather. It doesn't feel highly coated. It doesn't feel coated at all. It also doesn't feel like it has been conditioned. And that is part of it. That's part of the look, is the type of leather of this bag. However, I find it to be a very delicate leather. Now let's take a look at an overview of this bag. So you have the YSL symbol here. On the older versions, if you do plan to go pre-loved, the YSL is dropped all the way down to the tip. So that will give you an idea of whether it is the newer version or the older version. I personally like it up off of the tip. I think it looks a little strange when you have the square L towards the pointed bottom of the tip. Hopefully that's making sense. So I prefer the newer versions. Then you're going to have a leather tab that goes up here. You have the chambray, is that what this is called? Chevron. You have the chevron stitching on this bag. And then you have a top handle, which is a nice roomy top handle, but it doesn't look too big or too disproportionate to the bag. Sometimes I find that with a smaller bag like this, if you have a longer top handle, it looks disproportionate to the bag. You're not going to have any feet on the bag. You are going to have cinched in sides. Now, when I first purchased this bag, my Opium Red bag, that was my major concern. I actually didn't like the way that the sides look, but now I love it. I find that it makes this bag look like it is, to me, it looks like a very elegant, elevated bag. But by having the sides like this, it makes it a little bit more casual in my opinion. Lastly, you're going to have a back pocket, which does fit an iPhone Pro Max or the regular size iPhone. As far as the opening goes, you're going to have a magnetic closure. You will have a crossbody strap that is not adjustable, but it is removable. I am 5'6" for reference, and I'm going to show you guys some mod shots of how it fits on me. I tend to wear this bag crossbody if I'm going out shopping, but if I'm going on a date night, I will just carry the bag by the top handle. Or if I am going on a more casual date, like if I'm wearing an outfit like I'm wearing today, I will still carry this with the top handle, but I'll have the chain on it and I will just kind of leave the chain dangling. And I think that's a more casual way to wear this bag top handle. As far as the interior goes, you have a nice roomy open compartment in the front. This back compartment looks super tiny. You guys, it is not. There's quite a bit of room back here. It just looks small because of the way that it is stitched, but you have lots and lots of space down here. I'm going to share with you guys what fits in just a minute and you'll see how much space actually fits in there. Then you have a zip compartment, so you actually don't need to carry any type of pouch if you don't want to. You can just use your zip compartment instead of a pouch. And lastly, in the back compartment, you do have a slip pocket, which is probably hard to see with the lighting because it's black on black, but it is a slip compartment and it has a little stamp that says Saint Laurent Paris. It is the perfect size for like a card holder. So let me see if can you guys see that? I hope you can. So you can slip a card back here instead of using a card holder if you do need to carry a little bit more and you are trying to save on space. This is my bag of the week. It's the bag that I was using all last week. It is another one of my favorites. In fact, if I could only keep 2 bags in my entire collection, these might be it. This would be my casual bag. This would be my going out bag. Anyhow, let's go ahead and pull out the items that are in here. I actually have no clue, and see what all fits inside of that bag. So first up is going to be my mini pochette. I'm not going to go over everything that's inside of here, but just know that she is packed full. I'm trying not to let everything fall, but still show you guys. She's packed full. So it's a big item to fit inside of a small bag, but she does fit. The next item I have inside of my bag is going to be my Kindle. I am an avid reader. I love to read. And now I'm not crazy. I don't read 30 books a month like a lot of TikTokers do. I read about 5 books a month. That's good for me. It's a nice pace for me. So anytime I have some downtime, I really do enjoy picking up a book. So I like to carry my Kindle around with me. Next up are these 2 items. This is a card holder. I actually got the card holder at the same time. I really like this card holder. I've heard other people say theirs is stiff. I don't really have that issue with mine. I think it's stiff enough, like it's going to hold your cards in there, but it's not necessarily difficult to get your cards out, especially like for me, I have nails on, so usually it is difficult, but for me, it's fairly easy. I don't struggle with it, and this is with it packed full. So I have 2 cards in the front, 2 cards in the back, and then I have a bunch of cash just kind of shoved down inside of there, and I find it works out perfectly fine for me for all of my needs. Then I have a little key pouch. This is from Dress Up Your Purse. I love Dress Up Your Purse's SLGs. I have this same key pouch from Louis Vuitton, and I prefer this one hands down way more. It's soft, it's supple, it's malleable. It's not that stiff canvas that Louis Vuitton has. So if you guys are on the fence for, or not on the fence, if you're looking for a key pouch, I do highly recommend this one. It's the same exact layout and setup as the Louis Vuitton key pouch. Okay, let's see what else we have in here. I have just 3 more items. So first up is going to be my sunglasses. My sunglasses are actually rather large sunglasses, and they fit inside of pretty much all of my bags. I have to. You guys, I'm a sucker. I have light colored eyes, and my eyes are very sensitive, so I have to have my sunglasses at all times. And if it doesn't fit in a bag, I often will not use that bag just because, like I said, I'm a sucker. I'm a baby. I don't like my eyes to be out in the sun without sunglasses on. And so those definitely have to come with me. And then the last couple items I have are my teeth tray for my retainer, and then my headphones. Okay, I wanted to go ahead and grab a cell phone case so that I can demonstrate how that fits inside of the bag as well. This is the iPhone 16 standard size. So let's go ahead and show you guys what that looks like inside of this back pocket. It will slip in there perfectly fine, you guys. It's a smooth fit. Even the iPhone Pro Max fits in there perfectly. So we're gonna go ahead and leave that back there because it does take up some of the space on the interior back pocket when you have something in this back pocket here. It pushes on the back here. So let's go ahead and put our biggest item in there first, which is of course our mini pochette from Louis Vuitton. And that takes up the majority of that front pocket there. Next up, I know this is not as important to other people as it is to me, but I'm just going to share it because a lot of people I know on my stories have shared with me that they are big readers as well. So that is how that fits in the back pocket. It slips right back there and there is more room. So we're going to go ahead and put this in the back pocket along with the key pouch as well. Like I said, you guys, that back pocket, it holds more than you think. So here is what that looks like, a perfect fit in my humble opinion. And then lastly, I'm going to put my sunglasses. Now what I'm going to do is, do you see how the mini pochette's kind of in the center? We are going to go ahead and push that to the side, and that leaves a little gap here. You can tell I've packed this bag before because this is exactly how I pack it every single time. So then I'm going to slip my sunglasses in that little pocket right down there, which creates a perfect fit. Now the only thing that I had, actually I had two things, my teeth tray and then my headphones. My headphones will actually fit inside of here. You just kind of had to put them right on top. My teeth tray, I'm not sure if this is going to fit. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'd probably have to downsize something, but let's see. So that's what that looks like right on top. I don't like to Tetris things. If something's stacked on top, I usually won't carry it. But let's see. Whew! It fits just barely. That was a struggle, you guys. I had to really pull it down in order to get it to close. But it did close, and it doesn't look like it's funny or has a weird shape or bulging anywhere, at least not in my opinion. However, I don't think I would carry this with me. I think if I had to, if I was going out to eat, I have to carry this if I'm going out to eat. Then I would just take out my headphones and I would probably just slip it through here if I can. Yeah, I would just do it like that. And that way it's not bulking out, and then I can close it a little bit easier. Still a little difficult, but a little bit easier. You guys, I just realized this button was undone. I don't have time to refilm this video, but I apologize if I was flashing anything. I hope I wasn't. I don't think I was. I think the shirt is big enough, but if you saw anything, I do apologize about that. So now we have gone over what fits inside, how I typically pack this bag. I wanted to share with you quickly, if you did take out the Kindle, and I guess that is an option that I could do as well if I were going out to eat. Let's see if I could find my, here it is. This can definitely fit down in there if I do that. I would just have to put the key pouch and the card holder together and then do it just like so. And then there's even more room here for my headphones, which I just threw in my other bag. Here it is. And then that would fit like that. So if you don't carry the Kindle, this bag does hold more, but I'm a Kindle girly, what can I say? We have gone over wear and tear, mod shots, what fits inside of this bag, pros and cons. So let's go ahead and go over the pros and cons just a little bit more. The pros are it holds all of the essentials. It is absolutely stunning. It's one of the most beautiful bags in my personal opinion. It's probably a bag I will always own in my collection. I also love the way that it looks crossbody and top handle, and I love to dangle the chain. So usually, most of the time when I'm wearing this bag, I will carry it top handle and dangle the chain. I really love a elevated, undone look, and I feel like that gives me all the vibes that I'm going for. So I think that the pros of this bag are really high, at least for me and for my style and my wardrobe. The cons are the leather type. You need that leather to get this look, in my personal opinion. but it is a very delicate leather. So you do have to use it delicately. Another con, in my opinion, is the button. It's a very strong magnet, which is great, especially if you overstuff it, because it will hold it shaped or it will hold it closed. But it does cause wear and tear on the tip of the bag if you're not conscious of that. Oh, I forgot to mention, another pro is definitely the back pocket and the top handle. So those are my only two cons that I have. It really is the leather and the magnetic closure. For a lot of people, I think that the chain strap is a con. I'm 5'6" for reference and a size 4, and it fits me perfectly. A little bit long, but pretty good. When I was heavier, when I was a size 10, this hit me perfectly. So 5'6" and a size 10, this hit me perfectly. So for me personally, the chain's not a con, but I do understand that it could be a con, especially if you are really tiny and petite. The last thing that I wanted to go over is price and whether or not I feel like this bag is relevant or worth it today. The last time I checked this bag on the website, I believe it was $26.50 or $2,700. For a leather bag with a chain detail that can be worn on multiple different ways and has this stunning, glorious look, for me personally, it is definitely worth the price point. They also have this bag in suede, and you guys, why am I tempted to get it in suede? I'm tempted to get it in suede, you guys. I can't help it. I just love this bag so much. So I guess that answers your question, or my question. That was my question that I made up that I thought that you guys might be curious about, which was, is it still worth it today? Absolutely, you guys, this bag is stunning. It's the perfect small bag size in my personal opinion. It's good quality, it's beautiful. You can wear it so many different ways, and it's less than $3,000, which you honestly cannot beat that price. If you guys have any other questions about the YSL College Bag in the medium size, please feel free to ask me down in the comments below. I would love to clear up any questions that you guys may have. Now, if you are bored and you have a little bit of extra time, I would love it if you would click on the video that I have linked here or here. I never remember what side it's on for you to watch next. I also would love for you to hype this video and give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already.